I want to welcome our resource person for this night's discussion. He will be presenting to us basic things we need to know on how to explore this scholarship opportunity championed in Egypt, and is in collaboration with Japan University. So basically, he is a student of Egypt Japan University of Science and Technology. Victor Onwu Biko will be discussing with us in the next few minutes. Thank you, Victor. Please, you can take over from here. Cheers.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm trusting that I'm very audible this time. So welcome once again, and thank you for hosting me. And I thank so much the Kemak for the opportunity to share this opportunity with fellows, just to make sure that everyone gets access to quality education. So this is EJOS, and EJOS stands for Egypt Japan University of Science and Technology. So it's a Japanese scheme that's held in Egypt. So it is sponsored by Japan, but it's an location is in Egypt. So and then this is just a few of the students that are currently available under the scholarship. So I am Victor Onbiko, and I study masters, and I currently am studying nanoscience, and should round up in a few months' time. So this is my second year in Egypt. And so, yes, so I'll just be sharing with us just a few tips and just a few bases on how the scholarship runs and how the scheme works through. So for this, we'll just be discussing why graduate school in general and the process of application over here. We'll see it maybe a little more in detail, and also how to prepare our admissions or our applications and what we need, the resources we need. And so we'll just go ahead with this. And there are questions, why do we need graduate school? So now we see these are just a few tips. We go to study for that just so we can dive more into research and then see how to advance ourselves towards academics and science. Science has proven to be what more. And so graduate school gives us a little better help, so you can access much more care, access much more quality education, and see how to make things work better for us. So now we see things in detail, we see problems, and then how to solve them, and we have the resources to actually solve them. So while we have ideas, ideas can be funded and can be used to bring forth good innovations, and our ideas are valid in grad schools. So we see we can bring to society our contributions, and then in all of this, we are saying that we can actually forge a career path through grad school. So and then grad school offers us laboratories, good equipment, so we can actually put a notch up to what we're doing. So yeah, that's all of just. This is beyond Egypt. Grad school generally offers us most of it, and then we see how to work towards. Let me try to take you with this. Okay, so and then we see how grad school works, and then these are a few things that for anyone generally looking towards working in grad in general, you see we have to get involved in research and then faculty and a few resources that can help generally how to get into grad school. We will need grades. Grades are important for us to actually work into. That's why most times when students are encouraged to build up GPAs, because these things are the criteria that speak towards grad school. While there are other things that may matter, but GPAs give people an idea of who you can represent even in your absence. So GPAs give you a good top up. So we see faculty recommendation letters. These are things that can help you. And you build with people your qualification towards getting into grad schools. All of this involved in communities. So all of these, there are just a few that can actually top up our work towards grad school. So we see for Egypt, generally it's called TICAD scholarship. That's for TICAD shows it's a conference scheme that is organized by Japan and then is funded through Japan, and the location is in Egypt. So and then the scholarship offers us tuition fees, flight tickets, accommodations, medical stipends. So it's an all fully funded scholarship. and everything is all they need is just come study and bring your idea, and your ideas are very very much valued. So I see the application process has been on for over a month, close to two, since November, and then it runs till February. I mean, we have about a month till it's until it's elapsed. So we see it. This is just the process. We see it runs from the screening down to the online and results. So all of this, it could take about a month or two. But what we need to do for this is just to show us how we can apply for this scholarship and actually put in our best to make sure that we have something that is worth application. So what makes us eligible for these things? For this research, it's majorly for science and engineering. And I'm saying research on purpose because for this scholarship, it's actually the focus is much more on research. There are exams, courses, but these are a tip of what you do in grad school makes you more practical. You go more in detail of what you want to do or what you should do in grad school. So what makes you eligible is researchers, people that intend to be instructors, researchers, full-time in industry applications. This is a great opportunity for you to come join at Just. And then these are a few faculties available here in the university, and engineering and sciences. These are the major ones you see in electrical, elect, computer, mechatronics, industrial. There are a few new ones actually, and also nanoscience. So, and in all of the, just to also stress, it's not a compulsion that you must have done what is exactly on this thing. So these are a few selected courses, and these are paid because when they look at calendars into the future, they say, okay, these are what will be the major takes in the future. So they say, okay, these major courses, let them major on this and invest in these courses. So if you look through this, and probably your course is not here, there's no need to worry or back down. You can actually look into this and see how what you read in school aligns towards studying this. So while I studied chemistry in university, I applied for nanoscience. Nanoscience, it's a notch up towards chemistry, even though it's related in a way, but it takes you further. So I see that this actually is an opportunity for us to go beyond what we've done and then see how to do much more. So while all of these they are available, and we can actually go through. So what you do, you can go to the website and then check out these courses. Check out how much these courses can actually influence what you do. So you can actually check it out and see what the research talks about. Because each of these courses, they have research tracks. They have what they apply to. They have what they are looking for exactly. They have what they are interested in doing. So just check out the university website and see what exactly they are doing. And also, just to put a notice before I forget this, they had a webinar from the university in December last month, and there'll be another webinar on 12th. This will be by next week. So that is by next week Sunday. So let's not forget to join the webinar to make sure that actually you can actually get more info and ask better questions. And so the scholarship terms, it's for 2 years for the master's course, and also it takes about 3.5 years for the PhD course. So actually, it's actually a short-term program, but it's actually beneficial to you in many major ways. So the period for the masters, it takes about 2 to 3 years to actually complete all of these things, and it shows you that it's actually worth it much more. And the opportunities that are available for us are this. So we see for this season there are a lot more openings. I think earlier when I applied, there were a few slots, but now we see there's a lot more slots open for master's students and PhD students also. So we see there are about 33 masters applicable, and we see that there are other countries that have much more, that have universities coming up. So for every Nigerian or every other African applying for this is centrally for African students. So please, we advise that everybody put up your game. is getting more competitive by the day, because for every year coming, more people get to know about it, and then it makes it more taxing. So every man, put up your best game, put up your best grades, put up your best recommendation letters, and then you can see how to go about it. So and then, like we said, to be eligible, you have to put up your we are Africans, and then we see it's applicable for every African student aside Egyptians. So now the model will not be limited, and these are a few things that so we know of this. I can think, and I feel that all of us we actually qualified to actually apply for these things. And we see for the educational backgrounds, they say FOE means Faculty of Engineering and basic and applied sciences. So it's majorly for engineering students and science students. But I think there is also a field that is recent regarding business and application studies. So if you're interested in business, I think you could just check out the website. I wouldn't know if it's available for master's degree, but there's a new faculty for business and also pharmacies also. But just check it out and see if they're available for postgraduate studies. But if not now, definitely it will be open soon. But for now, I'm sure that for Faculty of Engineering and Faculty of Basic and Applied Sciences, you'll find a lot of opportunities to apply. And for the GPAs needed, at least 3. When you do conversions, there are ways you can check online how to do a conversion. I think the scholars can also help you. You can also do West, but they're not so important and they're not so compulsory. But just so you can check, because for most of us in Nigeria, GPAs span from 5.0. So just check out your GPA. So at least 3.0. And this, I think, for most of us, maybe from about 3.3 over 5, you can actually get up to 3 over 4. So you just make sure that you have good standing. So, and also just to mention, they said second class upper or equivalent or above is better. But if you have less, you can also augment it with other things. So we advise of that students that do not have up to 2-1 may also, there are other ways you can make sure that you can get into grad school, and this goes beyond Egypt. To get into grad school with even 2-2, you can actually apply for PhD studies or do a GRE or do other, get experiences that can augment or your results. Show that, okay, I am actually worth application for. Because what speaks for you are your grades, they do, but you can show for yourself to be much more proven by the things you do aside your BSc. So it shows that you have to go a little bit nurture, get a degree, get maybe a PhD. You can do a GRE, you can do some other tests or exams, get qualifications, do some community services. These are ways to actually give you a better hint towards getting into grad school. And also we see for PhD studies also is almost similar. So for PhD, you should have done a master's degree that is thesis based. So it means that you must have done a project work for your master's, and also so the thing about it for PhDs, there are no compulsions towards grades. So also it shows that if you're looking to get into grad school and you don't have the best grades and you think are good enough, you can actually apply for a master's course. And then with a master's, you can actually have a better chance of being into grad school for PhD applications. So it puts you as a better pedestal to actually apply for most courses. So that's regarding backgrounds and your records for academics. And also, when you apply for this scholarship, you can actually, if you're granted, because first of all, once you apply, they check through your documents and records, and they see what you can bring to the table. So they access what you submit, and then if that proceeds good, they transfer you to an interview process whereby you can actually interact with the professors of the department and share ideas. It's not an interview per se. It's a more of a rapport. Just discuss what's your idea, how can we help you, what do you want to bring to the table. So there's nothing to be so worried about. Maybe once you get there, you can actually see how to make a rehearsal. But at this phase, just focus much more on putting up the best document. The thing is, what you give them is what they look at. And so put as best as you can. If you have CVs, your records now for this, you will need to have CVs. This is just the rundown of the dates. So we've seen it before. But for the major things you need your CVs. CVs are important ways to actually top up. You have everywhere with CVs. So make sure you have your CVs that has your grades in it. It needs to have your schools in it. It needs to have, if you had papers you've done before, if you have your project universities, or sometimes we don't look towards your BSc projects. These are things that are crucial for you to actually get into school. So your CV is needed, your projects list out what you did. Let's see percentages. Okay, I was in the top 4, I was in top 5%. These things actually give us, because they don't know who you are. So they will accept who you tell them you are. So paint a picture of yourself in the best way you can. That's what CVs do for you. So you also need SOPs. SOPs, you can get them in several websites online. You can see how to. SOPs just tell you one thing: where are you coming from, and who are you now, and what do you want to do in the future, and put it academically. So what you're saying is, okay, I had done this in the past. This is what I'm currently doing, and this is what I intend to do. That's what's called statement of purpose. So just make sure you can put it in the best way you can do it, and give them something good, so you can convince them that yes, I am what wanting for the scholarship. And for the proposal, it's also important to put up. It's not something so complicated. Just what do you want to work on? It doesn't have to be so detailed. Just put an idea. Okay, I want to work on robotics. I want to work on medicines, or biogases, or catalysis. Just expand the idea, explain it in the way you can explain it, and then make sure it is well detailed for them to see that this person knows what he's saying and they can actually work towards it. Just put something that you feel comfortable in doing. It must not be so big, but make sure that it's something that you can find convincing, that you can actually work out. And your certificates, your transcript also are important, and also your project for university. You have to and you also need letters of recommendation from your professors or your teachers from university. So make sure that you have at least 2 signed recommendation letters, at least 2 signed with the school letterhead. It gives you a more exposure, because what this requires is that they will require you to receive this from your professors and then upload it on the document to make sure that it is well signed and stamped, so that you can prove that it is authenticated. Because if they trace any sign of forgery or any sign, because sometimes students take advantage and then they write by themselves and then they submit it, they will see these things if it's not properly done in the right way. So make sure that it is done by the right people, because they may verify it in later hand. So yes, so do that. So those are the things you need just to apply. So in any way you can, just make sure you can put up something that is convincing enough to make sure that people that see these things can actually know that of the truth you are worth the scholarship. It's not so difficult to get, but you just need to present yourself as the best person for the job. So these are just things that come after. Maybe when the time is right for this, you can also do a mock presentation just to see how it goes around. There's nothing too much about this, but first of all, just get your documents straight and have those ones in check. This is what you need at this phase of the interview. So while we study, there are a few things we do. Also, we work in a lab. Egypt is actually known for is tourism. So we actually see places and we go. Man, we live grad school. We enjoy grad school. We go places. We are not stuck in the laboratories or classroom. We live. So grad school is actually beautiful for everybody. So while I'm not the first student from Funai, we've also had an alumni of Funai that graduated sometimes last year, and we see this is her over here, and then she left sometimes, and she also did a good course, and now she's in Canada. So that this is the way to give a better lead towards having a best placement. And also research here in school it's not just that you do and it's forgotten. It's actually recognized, and you can actually publish papers from them, and even they can actually use industries and lab work. So these are your labels to apply. We can walk through the ways, but the major things you need to apply, just go to the website and check up. It's actually self it's user friendly. So just go in there and check out what you need and check out filling the application forms. I think you need your passport also is important. So if you're looking to get into class, please have your passport with you because you need it to actually apply. And also you need to get your details in check. You need to put in your documents. So just check the website at ejust.edu.com and see how to apply these things. They're actually so beneficial for you to apply. So if you have any questions, you can receive them. But for now, this is just the basic rundown of how this works out for the school. So all you need, dear friends, is just you need to get your documents in check, get your writings available. If you have any questions, please you can reach out to me at Victor email WhatsApp. I could drop my WhatsApp contact for you in case you want to share that, and you just have them. And just so WhatsApp emails, just make sure that you can have the best of your application forms and do it well. It's actually worth it. Let's have more fun nights here and let's have some fun. But it's good and it's actually worth it. Applying for universities, grad schools, they give you a better leap towards the future. It gives you a better landing. You can actually from here sail towards anywhere you want to be. So yes, I encourage you to apply. If you have any questions, please you can receive them. So my email. I think I forgot to keep this here, but let me just write it in the chat box. So at any point you have any questions, please just feel free to ask, and let's just chat. If you need the number, also you can also give that out. So anyway, you can please just apply. It's not difficult to apply. It doesn't cost you anything to apply. There are no funds. There are no charges. There are no. Just apply, please. It's so important. And with that, we can actually make the best and make sure that we are in the best place to be who we want to be. For any course you're applying for, just check out the website. It's free. It doesn't bother to just check out. Even if you're not so interested, just check it out. Somebody may need it. Somebody, even if you don't see your course, or maybe you are not in the queue because it's majorly for sciences and you're not like maybe it's not what I may do. You can share to your friends and maybe to people that may need it. They will be in better need to apply. Everybody should have a chance to apply and see this. So thank you very much. And I hope I've dotted most of the I's. But if there are any other questions, I can receive them so we can go ahead from this. Thank you. If there are any questions, we'll receive them and then we'll just know how to move ahead. Please, if you have any questions or you're not clear or something you missed, just reach out. Let's see how to work it out together. We are available and it doesn't cost at all. So let's work towards it. And yeah, you can make the best of the choices together. And let's see how best to work it out. So yes, on websites, it's available. I think I shared it somewhere earlier in the slides. So please just make sure you check out the website and just see what's about. Check out the university, check out students. If you need more students, if you need people to check in your department to speak to, because for certain people that I know someone that read physics and is studying space environments, people study courses that are not related here, but just show that you have interest and you can catch up towards applying. So if in any course you're applying for, just check it out and make sure that you have zeal. Most times you need much more of zeal and passion than even current standing. So your passion or zeal can actually with good written SOPs convincing that I am ready to do this. It gives you a better leap up towards applying. So yes, I urge you to please apply. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Can I quickly ask a question?
Yes, please. Yes,
Yeah, please go ahead. Drop your question.
Okay. Like the last time I did apply for scholarship, I think I applied for maybe up to 6 or thereabout. And to reach out to my supervisor, at some point she was very tired and wasn't that responding anymore in terms of giving recommendation letter. So is it possible to use a letterhead from another school beside the one you graduated from?
Um, from another school. So this other school, have you been there before? Do you know who's because the recommendation comes from, it's majorly personal. This person, I work with this person and I have seen him grow, I've seen him work, and I can recommend him for further use. So it's what someone has experienced you. So recommendations majorly comes from a place of personal relationships with people in the academia. So if you are looking for someone that's outside where you are, you have to be sure that the person can give you the best recommendation, because make sure it's someone that is known. Because foreigners, they weigh less on the scales, because sometimes they check recommendations, they check, okay, when you show your CV, okay, I've worked 4 years in this place, and there's recommendation from there. It weighs more than a 2 months interaction, because anybody that is on your list for recommendation must also be on your CV as a just something that has actually he has been with you, or show that he has been with you for that long. So you can try it out, but make sure that it weighs more. It weighs more. And something I would also want to say, sometimes I think we are all together in this. We have professors that they are not so willing, maybe to put us in accommodation. What I can also say, some students also may not have, sometimes do not appreciate or maybe work towards these needed people. Sometimes these men, they have works to do, but they pull out time. So it could help a lot just to maybe throw in a few messages once in a while, reach out to them via calls, check on them however you can. Just communicate with them at intervals so it wouldn't be suddenly and they wouldn't get bored of the messages. And also sometimes what I did at the time was, when I had applied for many of them, I had told him, okay, this is what I want to do. He says, okay, in a weekend, just send it to them across at the same time. So in one sitting, he can actually get these links together and then forward them together. So I wouldn't send in different numbers and then he forgets one already. So maybe if I have like 10 or 15, he just in one weekend or in one sitting, he sits down to do it together and then just changes the address and sends it across. It helped me. It may not help everybody, but I think for me it was a better way. And also I try maybe reach out at least Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. These are just ways to keep contact. So these people actually see your value aside you being just trying to use them to get what you want. So yes, I'm taking this is just my share and how I benefited from my recommenders. They're actually my good friends. Dr. Mark was also a very good friend of mine, and he actually helped me in a great deal. He actually recommended me for this scholarship also, and it was actually because he's been a good friend. So it'll also be an advice for anyone looking for accommodation. Just make sure to have relationship with people you're working with. It's important for your grad school. Yeah.
Just a little addition.
Yeah.
If you want to get somebody outside your institution, like Victor has said, it becomes important that the person will be able to establish a relationship between you and that person, professional relationship. Okay, I know as a university lecturer, I've been able to provide a reference letter for students outside our institution, but these are people I have mentored or have been their academic advisor, for quite some time. There are a lot of young people I have followed up while they are writing JAM, and then some of them I met them when I was doing my PhD in a particular university, and then based on interaction and request, I became their academic advisor. and even career advisor. So for such person, I'm able to demonstrate how much I have known this person, and then how much I have followed up the person's activities and where we've interacted. So if you're able to establish that kind of relationship with someone outside your institution, why not? The person can provide the reference report for you. Okay. Now, to our facilitator, I have a question. In the requirements, there was something you mentioned about. Can you go to the page of the requirements? The slide on requirement. There's something you mentioned about PhD back a little. Yeah, a handbook from the university.
Okay.
Handbook from the university. I don't understand that so much, and I wish you could throw more light on it. Thank you.
Okay, I think I remember there was an online, or there actually is an online document. When you get into, I think, matriculation, they usually give handbooks that shows the courses you did, the course grades that you had done, the how many credit hours they were, the requirements to graduate. If you have so amount of degree, you need this GPA, you need this course, you need to have this to this. So the handbook that for your department, I think there's an online copy on the school website. I think I got from there at the time. I'm not sure, but I think I did. So it could be available over there. Also, if you have online, if you have physical copies, you could also scan for your department or faculty and then upload and send. But I think this is the handbook. I think every student had it at the during matric. I think it's I think I still have mine even to date. I think back home or somewhere. But just I think on the website of the school is there. So just maybe we can check that up and look. But it's actually important to put it there so they can know where you've been from and how much your studies weigh. Yeah.
Oh, great. That's clear now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So, Victor, from what you have said, if I have all of this listed here, I can actually apply within a space of hours.
Yes, you have all of these documents available. You can just apply straight away. It wouldn't take you. It's actually so user friendly. It doesn't take so much time. If you have your documents ready, you have and the list for recommendation. It's usually for some universities they do it. The professor has to upload by himself. But I think for this, the professor does it and gives it to you, and you upload it all by yourself. So I think that's why it's actually easier. So you don't have to wait for some professor to actually do it. So I think that's why it's faster. If you have all of this, you can do it in a matter of minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. On this transcript, can I use the student transcripts? Okay, it's for PhD applicants only. Okay, for masters.
The student transcript, if you are applying for a master's course, you need your BSc transcript and certificates. If you are doing for a PhD, you need your BSc certificates, your BSc transcript, also your master's and certificate and transcript. So if you are doing PhD, you need 4 of them. If you are doing for BSc, you need just 2 of them. But you need your transcript and certificate.
I can upload the student transcript version.
Yes, yes, you can. Yes, it's definitely you can. Yes.
Do they require any test of English, proficiency test for English?
I think for Nigerians, all of us speak English, and I think they believe that. So no, for Nigerians, you don't need any of them. Some countries maybe that are French speaking, maybe from Cameroon or so, they may need them to prove. But I think for Nigerians, definitely we are good English speakers, I can say. So yes, we are good enough. I doubt we need any English, except you have and you want to share, but it's not compulsory at all. No GR is needed, no English exam, just apply straight away.
Okay, sorry again. Like you mentioned, being a Nigerian, we are very much interested in finance. How much, to what extent, or what is the coverage of this scholarship? Does it
Okay, so
include traveling tickets? Does it include
yes,
accommodation? Does it include
yeah,
living expenses?
yeah, I think I put up a few. I think I maybe I think I share something here. So on the everything is actually covered. So when you have your application done and it's processed, you have a free flight ticket to come to Egypt. And once you're done, they take you back to your country fully funded. There's also an accommodation here. And while you're here, it's you are given stipends that can actually take you all through the month and it's actually comfortable enough. So and then you have medical insurances, you have the tuition fees are covered completely. So there's nothing to bother you at all. Just come here, and that's all you need is actually available. Yes, that's it.
Thank you very, very much. Can we
Yes.
have Oge give us vote of thanks, except he has any other question that requires clarification? Thank you.
All right. I think I don't have what I would have asked was that English proficiency, but it has been addressed. So with every participant in this program, I say a big thank you to our facilitator. God bless you. Thank you very much for your time. And our great mentor, Dr. Jide, we really appreciate your effort. Thank you for the help and your follow-up. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Victor, for making out time. Basically, our interest is to see that more persons who are able to access this video have the opportunity to benefit from the scholarship. For me, it looks very promising, especially for Africans.
Yes,
you know, it looks very promising, and I want to encourage all my friends to submit for this scholarship. You are in Africa here, you are getting trained, in Japan technology. If you keep longing for when you're able to get to Europe or other continents, you may wait forever. So I encourage my friends to throw in application for this opportunity and trusting God for the very, very best. But make sure, I love the way you described that statement of purpose. If I remember it clearly, you said basically you say what you have done, you state what you have done before, what you are currently doing, and what you plan to do, and then demonstrate how the scholarship, can enhance that thing you want to do. That's basically what you require to put together as a statement of purpose. And make sure you read your English very well and correct every error. If need be, you can give it to someone to help you proofread it and then make sure it's in a very good shape. I do wish everyone who comes across this video the very best, and especially those who decide to give it a try, that one of these days you send us your success story. Victor, we wish you a very good stay there.
Thank you so much.
And successful completion of your program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much. So
this is basically facilitated. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Next week there would also be a webinar from the university also to just address most of this. So I think it happens next week Sunday. So that's just a notice. I think it's midday or noon. So just check it out and check the website. Just register and then apply. It gives you can ask your questions maybe in a more detail if you need them. So it happens next week. I think January 12th. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, January 12th, because today is actually January 5th. Yeah. Thank you very much and best wishes.
Sure. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye for now.